Dearest beloved youngsters, thank you very much that you are with me from such good period of more than 6 months and giving me a chance to study Bhagavad Gita loudly in front of you. What we have studied understood is a drop of ocean only. Yet we can congratulate each other that we made a beginning. And to each of our unbiased minds, intellects, it should be convincing that Gita is such a universal text for everyone to learn and implement for their own preparations for all worldly successes as well as spiritual unfoldments. Again, now it is our choice, our interest, our ability to give time that we learn from Gita, and again our commitment to practice, which makes us get benefit of this Gita Jnanam. And it takes some more time for you to listen to Shastra Satsang to be able to correlate the life and spirituality. In the beginning days, where we are never exposed to spirituality, it appears to be redundant only spirituality for the life. They both appear to be totally diagonally opposite. But if you keenly study for a sufficient period of time, you will clearly understand that all our lives' outer successes, achievements depend on our inner makeup. Spirituality is that science which makes up us inside. That way, you see spirituality as not only direct influence but effect, but the highest utility for anyone to succeed in whatever the walk of life they are in. When we know this, then we know how glorious is Gita, how intimately it is connected to every aspect of our life. Gita is not a book to be studied as if it has nothing to do with the worldly life. No. Although Gita's goal is Paramatma, there's no doubt about it, but the teachings, the instructions, the guidance given, even though that is story is Paramatma, when those instructions we learn, we will be able to succeed in our life's endeavors also. Because first and foremost, Gita is talking about understanding, about knowledge, about personality, about our behavior, our slavery, our abilities, our capabilities, our opportunities. सब मिलकर ही जीवन है ना. सो गीता जीवन ही बात कर रही है. Earlier it appears कि Gita has no connection with our life. Now we'll understand Gita is the only thing when we thoroughly master that we can master our life to live an artistic, beautiful life, not an artificial, miserable life. And that will happen when you study Gita not once but few times. That too from a qualified teachers, not a Tota type of translating people, but those who have gone through every shloka of Gita, every theme that is given by Lord in Gita. Such masters are there. Very few in number. If you get an opportunity to listen to them, then you will see the relevance and intimacy of Gita's jnanam for our life's progress and achievements. May you all realize it very soon and make a continuous, constant guidance received from Gita. Thank you. Now, like every day, today also we have three things. First is shloka learning. From last 1 month, we were doing Hanuman Chalisa. It was so beautiful. How many secrets of success you have learnt. From today, I'll take up Bhaja Govindam for you. Then once this is over, I'll take up Sadhana Panchakam for you. Along with Gita. Gita anyway will continue for at least 3-4 months, even little more. So this Bhaja Govindam from today we'll study in our Shloka learning. That is a text given to us by Bhagavan Sri Adi Shankara, whose Jayanti we celebrate on 25th, 11 days after today. Today is Baisakhi, 14th April 2023. So, this Bhaja Govindam is a text of 31 shlokas. In this, first 12 shlokas are uttered by Bhagavan Adi Shankara. In that, he will tell what for the life has to be lived, what are the limitations to be put in our money matters, in our indulgences, what are the dharma we have to do on the name of sadhana or even in vyavahara. Where do we go wrong? How to correct them? This is how he speaks. Listening to this, his disciples also get inspired. Each one disciple also utters one shloka. They are 14 in number. So together is 26. Again, the last five shlokas, Bhagavan Adi Shankara gives and sums up. Thus, 31 shlokas. In a month, 31 days, हर दिन एक एक सीखो समझो पूरा भज गोविंदम का knowledge हमको आ जाएगा. That we'll learn from today. It is called as Moha Mudgara. It is a blow of a mace on a deluded mind intellect, confused mind and intellect, misunderstood mind and intellect. Moha Mudgar कहते हैं. It is Dvadasha Pancharika Stotram, Chaturdasha Panjarika Stotram also. Panjarika means bouquet. The shlokas 12 has 12 flowers. Manjarika, sorry. Not Dvadasa Manjarika Stotra. Manjarika means bouquet. Flowers put together is called bouquet, like that. 12 bouquet, flowers bouquet is Shankara's giving, 14 by his students, and again 5 by Bhagavan Adi Shankara himself. It can be spoken in a very lighter manner too, and on this text I can talk for 6 months. So much of knowledge is there in it, each one of them. And this Bhajagovindam Bhagavan Shankara gave after he finished his works of commenting on Gita, Upanishad, Brahma Sutra, writing of hundreds of books. That means at the peak stage of his life he has written. Whoever at the peak stage reaches in their life, later on the utterances will be simple words conveying the sublime meaning. Those शुरुआत में होते हड़बड़ाहट से they make a big hangama of everything. You can see cricketers newly they have how tensed, worried, anxious to sustain in the team. They try to do this natangi, that natangi. जिसका 12 साल हो गया, they are bindas. They know their position is pakka. They know what team requires at what time, and that they do, and they get the team cross the line. Experience everywhere. Shankara Bhagavan in his peak lifetime he has given this text. Therefore, has got all necessary things to know put in 31 verses. You will know it when we study. Some shlokas are little sublime, some are very beautiful, very acceptable, some are true, but you may feel you may not accept it now, but later on you can see the importance of them. Okay. After that, we'll see a small conversation thought today, and then the third one is we will see our Gita. Gita, luckily, we started seventh chapter. Yesterday we chanted one shloka, meaning not explained. Today we'll do the second, third also. Put together is the one theme. We try to give all that meaning of three shlokas one day today only. कुछ बच जाए तो कल हम उसको देखेंगे. What is your job? First, be regular. Second, be sincere. Third, take your pen and paper. Then listen with alert mind. And whatever the good thoughts you are able to grasp, accept, note them down. Then later on, have a contemplation, vicharana, of the meaning of those slokas or points. See how much they are adaptable or implementable. Implement them and bring that required positive change, transformation, improvement in yourself. This is your job. I'll just talk as a talker, speaker, but it is more your job to grasp the essence and make use of it to transform your personality to positivity. Already you are positive, much more success oriented, happiness oriented, your Vyaktitva must be. And these are all knowledges, when received without blocking, will change our personality to such a great level कि anything outer and inner you can master and achieve. Great. Ultimately, as we said the other day, knowledge is the only true and real strength with which we can conquer all obstacles or reach out to our ambitions. Let us start. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा ॐ श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः ॐ सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा ॐ श्री सरस्वती नमः. Having done our daily prayer shloka, in that we are learning Bhaja Govindam shlokas. They are 31 in number. Bhaja Govindam is a stotram written by Bhagavan Adi Shankara. It starts with Bhaja Govindam. Therefore, the text is named as Bhaja Govindam. In this, 31 shlokas are there. 12 are written by Adi Shankara, 14 by his disciples, again the last 5 by Bhagavan Adi Shankara. This acts as a maze blow on the confused, misunderstood intellects to correct them in their various decisions, actions of life. And adopting the wisdom of Bhajagovindam keeps an individual on the right and righteous track of hard work to reach to his any of the goals, particularly the divine goals. This is called as Mohamudgara, this is called as Dvadasha Manjarika Stotram, Chadurdasha Manjarika Stotram, and all. The story is there in this text. There was a story, there is some happening. How this book has come up. It is said that in Kashi, Bhagavan Adi Shankara, with his disciples, he was just going. Then early morning, then they too saw, a very old man of 90, 80. Any day he can die, even there. Taken bath in that Ganges cold water, he is by hearting the Sanskrit grammar rules at the age of 90, which he was supposed to study at the age of 8 or 9. Now the point is, if at the age of 80, 90, if he is learning Sanskrit or grammar, when will he learn it? And when will he start studying Shastra? When will he learn from the Shastra the ultimate goal, what it is, how to achieve? When will he do sadhana? When will he reach? At this age, if he starts. So the mistake on the part of old man was this grammar, which was supposed to study at the very young age. He did not do it. Not only that, because of not studying Sanskrit, he did not study Shastra. Therefore, he lived life only of licentiousness. That he realized at the old age. Now you want to study Shastra. But for that, he should know the grammar. Now he is studying grammar at the time of death. Both the things. One, at the time of death, he is studying Shastra or grammar. Where will he have time to study Shastra and implement? एक बात वो है. But that's not very important. Important is that grammar which he was supposed to study at the young age. Then with the grammar knowledge, supposed to study Shastra and live life according to Shastra for spiritual unfoldment, worldly success. All that he missed out. It's like after the entire instrument is spoiled, now you are taking the manual to study to know how that instrument has to be used for better purposes and safety. हाँ हो गया, वो खराब हो गया, आप पढ़ के क्या फायदा? So he was talking this Dukrum Karane, Dukrum Karane. This is a Sanskrit. Dukrum is a Sanskrit word. Karane means that Dukrum is used for the meaning of Karane me. That you can say English and Hindi learning. As you say, no, do mane karna, do mane karna, go mane jana, go mane jana, come mane kana, come mane ana, eat mane khana. As you say, no, so to do krum karane, do krum karane. He is learning Sanskrit in any of the language also. That's what you learn. If you are English, Hindi people, English, this is how you learn. Again, an English fellow, he will learn Hindi the other end. Karna means do, Karna means do, Jana means going, Jana means going. He will learn like that. So, Dukrum, Karane, Dukrum is a dhatu used to mean the meaning called Karna. Karane means Karna. Again, Hindi. To do. Dukram means do, Dukram means do, Dukram means do. He was doing. Then Adi Shankara Bhagavan saw it. Then he found that a beautiful example to teach his own disciples to do the greatest right things at right time. And through an example, when it is conveyed, it is easily caught. Directly, if it is told, even you also youngsters get offended. So he is addressing that old man who is not listening because he is busy in do mane karana. But he is aiming at addressing the students with him. Interesting, no? Many a time it happens. Like the wife afraid of husband addresses children, but then means the meaning to the husband. है ना? चावल खाते खाते नीचे गिराया मानो हस्बैंड, then she'll scold the child on it कि खाना भी खाना नहीं आता, तुम कैसे नीचे गिराए? So she is addressing the son but aiming at husband. How many times it happens in our life that directly you can't tell, so indirectly we say. So here Shankara Bhagavan indirectly seeing that scene of such an old man, now he is learning grammar rules. He addresses all his disciples. The essence of it is only two. One is entire life as used to be is to be used for the ultimate purpose. Second, in trying to use entire life for the ultimate purpose, there is a place and time for everything to be done. Do at that time those things correctly so that you are not lagging behind, you are not slow, you are not progressing. You are definitely progressing. And a masterpiece of stotram with every shloka worth millions dollars. So story I told you. 31 shlokas, every day one shloka only I can learn or teach. Okay, let us start first one. Om Ata Shri Adya Shankara Paramatmanah Samasta Devatanam Arugrahena Sadjnana Sadbuddhi Prapti Dvara Adhyatmika Marge Jivana Safalyata Praptyartham Vyavahare Api Sarva Dharmeshu Karmasu Digvijaya Praptyartham Sanatana Dharmasya Vaidika Samskrutehe Punaruttana Jagarana Vishwavyaptartham Vishwashanti Kalyanartham Asmakam Sadhakanam Ayurarogeshwarya Kshemasthaiर्य धैर्यादि प्राप्ति द्वारा समस्त सत्कर्म से विजय प्राप्त्यर्थम श्री आद्य शंकराचार्य विरचिता श्री भज गोविंद स्तोत्रस्य पारायणम उच्चारणम स्मरणम अर्थ अवगाहनम वयम सर्वे करिष्यामहे. Sankalpa done. Okay, now what we are doing? Studying Bhaja Govindam text given by Adi Shankar Bhagavan. In that, our goal is mainly to learn the shlokas because every day one shloka we are learning from last 200 days. Okay, many shlokas I have done, stotras I will do. It's endless. Even you and I live for 2000 years, we have sufficient shlokas to learn. नहीं तो नया लिखेंगे उसमें क्या है. So we took some texts which can convey some secret of success, some self-management, life management also. So Bhaja Govindam text shlokas only 31. Every day you siko in one mahina. You are master of one text with such a useful knowledge, inspiring knowledge, information. So chanting of shloka and knowing the meaning. I can talk on each shloka 5 days. Don't worry, I'll not do that. Only 2 3 minutes only. The literal meaning I tell. And if you are a sharp, subtle, interested, intellectual fellow, you will just catch the essence. समझदार को इशारा काफी. ना समझ को जबरदस्ती भी सिखाओ वो सीखेगा नहीं. It depends on you. Now let us start. Om Atashri Adya Shankaracharya Virachita Bhaja Govinda Stotram Mohamudgara Stotram Dwadasha Manjarika Chaturdasha Manjarika Panchamanjarika Stotram. First shloka. Okay, it goes like this. The words are simple. Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudamate Samprapte Sannihite Kale Nahi Nahi Rakshati Dukrum Karane. So he's seeing that old man who is doing Dukrum Karane, Dukrum Karane. So he's addressing him, but aiming at his disciples and all of us. Okay? What is the shloka? Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate, Samprapte Sannihite Kale, Nahi Nahi Rakshati Dukrum Karane. Again, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate, Samprapte Sannihite Kale, Nahi Nahi Rakshati Dukrum Karane. So, literal meaning I am telling you, conscious. He is telling or addressing that old man. Bhaja Govindam. Bhaja means lot lakar. Order means a guidance and advice. Bhaja Govindam means do the bhajana of Govinda. He uttered. Bhaja Govindam. Second time he uttered. When two times uttered, when somebody doesn't listen, you reverse the sentence and say, Govindam Bhaja. Even three times said if you don't listen, then you are called as Moda Mate, deluded fool in the intellect. Mati means intellect, Moda is deluded. Because of the best of the advice I am giving you, you are not taking. No, justify why you are saying to do Bhaja Govindam, why you are calling a person who doesn't do Bhaja Govindam as Modamati. The answer is second line. Samprapte sannihite kale. Samprapte means when it comes. Sannihite kale means the time of departure. When the time of departure comes, nahi nahi rakshati. He means verily. Na means never. Verily it will not protect you. Verily it will not protect you. What? Dukrum current. Your this grammar study at the time of death when it comes is not going to rescue you. Then what will rescue you or help you at this age of time of departure is Govinda Bhajana. Therefore do the Govinda Bhajana, not Dukrum Karana. And how the life should have been? Childhood only, you should have learned Dukrum Karana. Through that, you should have studied Shastra. The purpose of Shastra study is to get convinced about doing Govinda Bhajana. And that Govinda Bhajana only takes us to liberation when we leave this body. If you don't do Bhaja Govindam, here symbolically, Bhaja Govindam is the one which protects us and gives moksha. Everything, anything other than Bhaja Govindam is called like Dukrum Karane. It is not going to help us in getting better lives hereafter. For us, luckily, in our day before yesterday's last slokas of Geetha, we have already studied through you doing the yoga sadhana. When we leave the body, in the next life, we continue from where we left. Conversely, if you are only a bhogi throughout the life and die, next life also will continue to be a wretched bhogi, not fulfilling a human life as a yogi. So उसको इसको आप connect करोगे तो you will get the message. So therefore what is the message, old man? Old man, this is not the time for you to by heart the grammar rules. So it is for the time is to do the Bhaja Govindam. Because only Bhaja Govindam protects you. How? With that Bhaja Govindam serving the Lord, you reach to the divine. By learning this grammar, what is coming to you? Nothing you will get. Whatever the grammar I have learned in my earlier life, which language I was, I don't know. Do I remember it now? No. But whatever is Bhaja Govindam I have done, that I comes with me. Even next this life, it continues with me next life. Okay, so this is the literal main meaning of this shloka. And Mudhamati, a deluded fellow. Three times I told you, still you are not understanding. The life's purpose is to reach Govinda through Govinda Bhajana. Life's purpose is not learning grammar and earning money and getting lost in only in the outer worldly things. So sannite kale samprapte dukrum karne nahi nahi rakshati atha ye mudavate bhaja govindam govindam bhaja. One meaning. Now second, who is Govinda? He is Lord only. Who is the creator of the world, maintainer of the world, giver of all opportunities to grow in this world. That's called Govinda. You call him a नाम of Rama, Krishna, देवी माता, गणपति, कुछ भी कहो, यहाँ गोविंद बताया. ठीक है. Now bhaja means serve. Bhaja is a word in Sanskrit which has three meanings. One is serving, second is reducing the gap in between, third is merging. So by serving Govinda here, bhaja, reduce the gap between you and him. Second bhaja, then thirdly become one with him. So bhaja is the word. Bhaja sevayam, bhaja bhankte, bhaja ekatve. Three meanings. Bhaja sevayam, when you serve Govinda. Bhaja bhankte, that service to Govinda reduces gap between you and Govinda. Finally, final bhaja is ekatve. You will discover your oneness with Govinda. This also is not difficult to you because already in 6th chapter you have studied that. Yoga Rudha Banakar, with that yoga mana, controlled mana, you focus on Atma Samsam Mana Krutva Nakinchidava Chintayet, then you will see your essential self. Same self is everywhere. That you will come to know. Then the life will be without any vishamata. It will be with samata. That is Atmaupamyena Sarvatra Samam Pashyati. See, because you studied those chapters, it is easy for me also to explain these beautiful texts. So, Bhaja Govindam, Sarva Govinda. Bhaja Govindam reduce the gap between you and Govinda. And Bhaja Govindam become one with Govinda. When you become one with Govinda, as much Ananda Govinda has, you will get it. For that, you have to reduce the gap. For that, you have to serve only Govinda. Reverse. Instead of Bhaja Govinda, if you do the service of Jagat, you will be nearing to the Jagat. Jagat will only enslave you. It will only bind you. To that extent, you go away from the divine. So your oneness with the Lord goes away. Your gap with the Lord goes away. You are looted by the world. You are never remembering the Lord, who is the giver of everything throughout the life. Such person who never brings the idea of the Lord, the means are all the goal in his life. Means as goal. He is called a pakka worldly fellow samsari. And we are taught only those knowledges in our schools and colleges. Not to become a sadhaka to discover God, but to only continue as a samsari, struggling for every useless thing in every useless manner, only to get finally kicked. So, in short, that old man is told. Now, what is the directed thought to the youngsters? Oh, my dear children, see that old man, he wasted whole life. Now he is studying only Dukrum Karane even now. Throughout life, he never did Bhaja Govindam, which was the giver of the Govinda and Moksha. Learn from that fellow. So, if you don't start Bhaja Govindam in your young ages, keep on doing something or the other. Till old age, you can't do. And even in the old age also, you will only do Dukrum Karne, not Bhaja Govindam. Therefore, O Mudamate, he is telling it to the old man, but addressing to his students. Oh, my deluded youngsters, Bhaja Govinda, right from now only, get into the act and habit of doing bhajana to Govinda. Three times he told. Because when you are going to depart from this world, other than Bhaja Govindam, whatever you have done and achieved, whether it is your money, whether it is a name and fame, whether it is friends and relations, whether power and position, none of them are neither going to stop you from death nor going to help you for a evolutionary life next life. On the other hand, right from young age, when you do Bhaja Govindam, you become master of that, with which you become one with Govinda, because Bhaja Ekatve. Govinda is eternal, immutable, birthless, changeless, deathless. So you will conquer death. You will not have any in your birth. Even if you have, like in Gita, you will have a better life only. And only Govindam Bhaja goes with you to next life. All other money, property left here, like your own great grandfather died. What is he taking? Not even his body. That also is burnt on the fire. All the money, everything, his children, grandchildren, they only loot away. Friends, they are left here. Who is going with the dead man? No, only the knowledge he has learned, the values he has learned, the Vasana Bhakti Bhajagovindam he has done, that only goes with him deciding his future lives. Therefore, throughout life, as today we do, 100% value given to Dukrum Karane, 0 to Bhajagovindam. Instead of that, slowly increase giving time to Bhajagovindam. Make it 10, 20, 30, 40. Let the 50, 60 be your other Dukrum Karane of life surviving practices. As you grow in age, from the age of 50, 60, Bhajagovindam should increase, Dukrum Karane should reduce. Nukru Karan is every nonsense of the world. It symbolizes everything other than spirituality. Okay, where you do all what I have to tell you. So many you all are doing it. मैं क्या बताऊँ? सिवाय भगवान के ध्यान का हर एक चीज कर रहे हो. On the name of earning money, so many investment. On the name of indulgence, enjoyment, so many entertainments. On the name of passing time, so many friends, and these are all waste of time. They're not going to take you to reality. You're in delusion. Like every day you watch IPL. What are you getting except wasting your time? Same nonsense goes on. You may get some pleasure of watching at that time, but is not the time wasted? Can't you use that time for your own career development, your own life skills development, or for Vajagovindam? But do you think you will understand, accept it? No, because you are deluded. That is called Mudamate. Therefore, we are all Mudamate. That's what Are Pagal, Bevkuf, Buddhu, parents and teachers call us when we waste our time instead of studying or doing good thing in other nonsensical things. It's all wisdom. No, you have to have earlier. That sixth sense has to open up. That will happen when you pray to God Guru and regularly listen to such discourses. Okay? Yeah? Now, what is Bhaja Govindam? Tomorrow I'll tell you. Okay? Why three times said? Okay? I'll hint it today. Tomorrow I'll explain. Like Bhagavan has given three instruments to us. One is body, second speech, third is mind. Because of these three things only, we are lost in the world. And because of these three things only, we succeed in the world. Because of these three things only, when they are rightly used, we even reach divine. Therefore, three times Bhaja Govindam is said is to do Bhajana of Govinda with all these three things. With the body, with speech, and with our mind or intellect. What are all of that? Tomorrow I will convey. सारा एक दिन नहीं होगा ना. Anyway, you caught the beauty of that shloka and its meaning, and the scenery also, and the intention of the guru to indirectly educate their children, youngster students, to do the best things right from beginning only. And he being spiritual, for him and his disciples, other than Bhaja Govindam, nothing can be best. So therefore, he is straight away telling that only. देखो, हम लोग आजकल के बुढ़े भी हो गए, डुकरुम करने करते हैं. What Shankara says is right from the young age only do the Bhaja Govinda. How to strike the balance? That's what I said. 60-70% of your day, your resources, use for your career. No problem. But 20-30% you must use for Bhaja Govinda. That is how we are having everyday classes. We are giving the homework of chanting those everyday shlokas. And then the classes, whatever the thoughts are given, you are asked to make a homework of it, make a notes of it. ये सब मिलकर आपका समय और मन इन शास्त्रों के द्वारा आपका ज्ञान पाने में, आध्यात्मिकता में यूज किया जाएगा. दैट अलोन इज गोइंग टू सेव यू टुमारो. अदरवाइज डुक्कुरु करणे नहीं नहीं रक्षते. You are watching TV, you are, wasting time in IPLs, you are doing all that. When you are going to, you know what you say, face your exams, face any seriousness of body ailment, कौन हेल्प करेगा आपको? आपको ज्ञान ही हेल्प करेगा. ये सारे कहाँ हेल्प करेंगे, सोचो. And ये Bhaja Govindam is what? When you continuously in the worship of divine, he is always there to help while living also, even after leaving also. जीने में जाने में, living and living, in both the Govinda will help more beautifully because you are specially doing bhajana. Govinda is so compassionate that he takes care of everyone, whether they are devoted or not. But those who become devotee, he will take care of them more. That we will see in 7th chapter also. Geetha towards end. Okay? Now today we have not concluded the entire thing. Half of it we saw. Tomorrow we'll talk. And technically this is called Moksha Purushartha management. Second shloka is Artha Purushartha management. Third shloka is Kama Purushartha management. Fourth onwards is the Dharma Purushartha. So in these shlokas, Bhagavan Adi Shankara gave how to fulfill all the four Purusharthas, how to commit. So Moksha Purushartha is through Bhaja Govinda. At least now you have become old. Instead of Dukkum Karane, say Govinda, at least you get moksha. Is it not? At least old age. For a wise person, right from you only, the disciples of him. Why wait till old age? अभी करो तो तुमको गोविंद मिल जाएंगे. Then the life is liberated, joyful life. Govinda is devotion to God. Govinda is experience of God. A glimpse of which we already studied in Geetha. So you are little aware, but it's a throughout lives together study to become more conspicuously clear about Bhagavan, his nature, how to obtain him, why obtaining him is called as moksha. ये सारे बातें धीरे धीरे आप सुनते रहोगे तो आपके पल्ले पड़ेंगे, भेजे में भेजे जाएंगे. Be regular. Okay, today we'll chant this shloka 11 times, and your homework is to make it 108. Total stotra you can do 1080. When you want to do it is your choice. Okay. Om Ata Shri Adya Shankaracharya Krita Bhaja Govinda Stotra Antargata Bhaja Govinda Prathama Shlokaha Parayanam Japam Vayam Sarve गोविंदस्य आदिशंकरस्य अनुग्रहेण समस्त सद्बुद्धि द्वारा सत्कर्म द्वारा सन्मंगल प्राप्त्यर्थम सत्साधन द्वारा भगवत प्राप्त्यर्थम विश्वशांति कल्याणार्थम सनातन धर्म से विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थम च वयम सर्वे जपम पारायणम करिष्यामहे. So 11 times start. Om भज गोविंदम गोविंदम भज मूढ़मते संप्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति डोक्रं करणे भज गोविंदम गोविंदम भज मूढ़मते संप्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति डोक्रं करणे भज गोविंदम गोविंदम भज मूढ़मते संप्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति डोक्रं करणे भज गोविंदम गोविंदम भज मूढ़मते संप्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति डोक्रं करणे भज गोविंदम गोविंदम भज मूढ़मते संप्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति डोक्रं करणे भज गोविंदम गोविंदम भज मूढ़मते संप्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति डोक्रं करणे भज गोविंदम गोविंदम भज मूढ़मते संप्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति डोक्रं करणे भज गोविंदम गोविंदम भज मूढ़मते संप्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति डोक्रं करणे भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति डोक्रं करणे भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति डोक्रं करणे भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति डोक्रं करणे भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति डोक्रं करणे. In our common sense language, the two basic learnings from this shloka are: first is what? Ki, what is to be learned at what time? We should learn at that time. Second is what? What is that which is going to ultimately save us? That alone we have to learn and do. These are the basic general way of discussing on this shloka. Spiritual way, as we taught you, this is how it is. We'll try to say every shloka in a simpler manner also, and in the spiritual manner also. तो कौन सा काम कब करना है तभी करो, और वो काम जिससे हमारा कल्याण होएगा वही करो. तो करने is not going to help. Only Bhaja Govindam is going to help. That should be done from the young age. Not when you are so old, almost where your दिमाग काम नहीं करेगा, याददाश्त नहीं रहेगा, and all that. Done? Good beginning. Lord gave me this idea, I am doing it. I hope it will be useful to you, my dearest beloved youngsters. Now, in today's common sense thought, just swiftly I'll give you a thought. You think about it. I'll not explain much. The thing is this much: if you want to maintain your self esteem, self pride, and stand out in the world as a person with a self respect, do these two things. One, do not depend on things and on beings, do not become slave to the things. Bas. Reduce your dependency on people, reduce your slavery on the things. Then only you'll be a Raja Maharaja. नहीं तो काजा, सब लोग तुमको खा जाएंगे. Reducing the dependency on people, reducing the slavery to the things. Then you are a kingly person. You can conserve your energy time in doing something substantial for yourself and the world. How to reduce the dependency on people is do maximum things which are required for you by yourself. Whichever are not so required and you can't do, you drop them only. Very much required but you are not able to do by yourself, yeah, take help from others, but clear the debt of taking help from others by reciprocating by doing something. In this way, account hamesha clear hai, you are not depending on anyone, even parents. You know that children who depend on parents also. I am sure you are catching the subtle point. You can never be away from parents, their guidance, the money given by them. Yes, सब है. I'm talking about that dependency by which your good qualities are not utilized and you from a fellow becoming a buffalo. Is it not? An example of this very silly example: can you cook the food? Better if you know it. Even otherwise, never mind. Mother can cook. That is okay. But who should serve? Who should wash the utensils? At least take it to sink. That is called as non-dependency. Else she will be tired. She can't do all the time same thing. Then today you got mother to do it. When you grow, you will not get anyone, so you have to employ someone. Then you throw money, then all money is gone further. Very example I gave example is only to convey the point. Don't take it more seriously than that. In that way, maximum works which are required when you do on your own selves, you don't depend on others. So reduce dependency on others. Else all your punya goes to them. हमेशा उनके सामने सर झुकाना पड़ता है. That will be insult to your own self-respect, is it not? But some places you have to like, your college, school studies. You have to depend on your professors, they teach. But after that, you do your homework. Don't depend on your friends who will show you how to copy the answers. आज ये तुमने कॉपी कर ली, वो भी फेल, तो भी फेल, क्योंकि एग्जाम पे क्वेश्चन पेपर फिजिक्स का था एंड यू वेंट ऑन आंसरिंग बायोलॉजी. That's the only thing you know. Understood? Feel it. And close eyes and observe your one day, morning to evening. How many works which you could have done by yourself, related to you, which you got done from others. That's called dependency. And ये सब वहाँ हिसाब किताब होता है. In this life, if I took 10 times tea or coffee from someone without doing anything, अगले जन्म में I'll be in a hotel server, I give coffee 10 times to that fellow. If you're ready for it, do it. But then if I don't depend on him now, I do it myself. Then I don't depend. I don't become that way victim to it. I can feel that self confidence and self respect. As a human being, when we are given ability of purushartha, utilize it and stand on your own feet. If not, you depend on others. They will just make a buffoon of you. Sometimes things also may not happen. And imagine a case where everybody is a dependent, and who will be the doer? देखो सब डिपेंडेंट है, कोई करेगा नहीं. तो बात कैसे आगे आगे बढ़ेगा? जिंदगी का गाड़ी बढ़ेगा नहीं ना. सो दैट्स द मीनिंग ऑफ डोंट डिपेंड ऑन अदर्स, एनीबडी इट इज, फॉर योर मेनी मैक्सिमम थिंग्स. वेनी इनिविटेबल है वगैरह, यू कैन, लाइक फ्लाइंग इन एयरक्राफ्ट, यू कांट बी अ पायलट टू ड्राइव, तो द पायलट ओनली विल टेक ऑफ एंड ऑल दैट. But other things of booking ticket and a boarding pass lena baitna, don't beg others. You learn it, you do it, it is your life. The dignity of human being is lesser and lesser dependency. We have already sarvam paravasham dukkham, sarvam atmavasham dukkham, sukham, etad vidyat samasena, lakshanam sukha dukkhayo. Secondly, the slavery to the objects. I can't be without cell phone, without seeing status 24 घंटे. I can't be without seeing internet and browsing through all the cinema. I cannot be without this ice cream, that eatable, this friend and that game, this indulgence. बफून हो गया तुम, इतने चीजों का गुलाम बन गए, शर्म नहीं आता. I can't sit on the ground. I can't sleep on the ground. I sleep on the bed and next day morning I'll fall on the ground. On the object slavery. I can't go to the market. There is no scooter or car. कितना दूर है मार्केट? हाँ, दो गली बगल में. तो वो गली बगल में you can't walk or what? No, 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 no. So slavery to objects, dependency on people, makes you lose your all self-respect and dignity. Don't do that. That's a common sense thought. That doesn't mean become arrogant or say, सब मैं ही करूँगा. ऐसा नहीं है. When the things which cannot do, you have to take help and you give the help also. And so to make your children, if you are already married, not depending on others, not slave to objects. ऐसा ट्रेन करो उनको. नहीं तो स्लेवरी हो गया, एडिक्शन हो गया, वो चीज़ नहीं मिलेगा, अब इतना दुख हो जाओगे, दुखी. It is never the absence of object makes us miserable. It is our slavery to it makes us miserable. So too, it is never the absence of presence. Person makes us miserable. It is our dependence. Like the काम वाली बाई नहीं आई. काम वाली बाई नहीं आई is doesn't making miserable. Your slavery to her that she washes utensils, that made you miserable. If you learn it, you need not depend only. After all, when you eat food, you should wash the dishes also. That is a good exercise for you. Instead of paying lakhs and thousands rupees for all Jimulu, Timulu and all exercises, Vardhan Banjo, every exercise is done. I do it, therefore I am telling. I do all my works. मेरा बीजेपी मैं ही करता हूँ, बर्तन झाड़ू पोछा सब I do my own. Today I was all that cloth cleaning done. So I don't need any extra exercise. I don't depend on others. There's a beautiful self-confidence, respect. I not bend my head in front of any. यूथ के रूप में आपको ऐसा सीखना है. अगेन इट्स नॉट एन एरोगेंस एंड डोंट फील प्राउड कि मैं किसी का हेल्प लेता नहीं हूँ. वो जब जरूरत है लेना, अब नीचे गिरे हाथ पैर टूटा, स्वामी टोल्ड डोंट टेक हेल्प, लंगड़ते हुए नहीं, somebody is helping you go with them. That is simple common, that's a common sense का common sense है वो. Like I told you, I don't even have mother, so I'll only cook food. You will spoil the whole thing there. सीखो फिर, सीख के बनाओ. You understood? When you say these type of common sense thoughts, you have to understand the common sense behind those common sense thoughts, and should possess the common sense thoughts to understand properly. Possess common sense to understand it properly. So, no dependency on beings, no slavery to the things. Be a Raja. Clear? That's a common sense thought. Now, Bhagavad Gita, first, second shloka, seventh chapter. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Gita Sharanam Mama, Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam. अथ सप्तमोऽध्यायः ज्ञानविज्ञानयोगः श्रीभगवानुवाच प्रथमद्वितीयौ श्लोकौ. Let us put it very clear. We are studying Bhagavad Gita. Okay, this Bhagavad Gita is a text. It has 700 verses. It is a part of another epic called Srimad Mahabharatam. The entire Mahabharata with 1 lakh verses is written by Bhagavan Veda Vyasa. In that only in one Parva, Bhishma Parva, in that Yuddha Kurukshetra between Pandavas and Kauravas, when Arjuna was supposed to fight the war, had those withdrawal symptoms and tendencies, and so much of emotional bankruptcy. He wanted to run away from that Kartavya at that time. As a he was selected to be a charioteer of Arjuna. He was driving chariot. Arjuna asked some answers for his dilemmas, confusions. Then Bhagavan gave him this quintessence of all the Vedanta, all Veda, all the life to be lived for every outer and inner success. That is called as Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Srimad Bhagavad Gita is a Sri Krishna Bhagavan's Upadesha to Arjuna, and through Arjuna to all of us, to live a beautiful, complete, successful life. Second, it has 18 chapters. Third, each of the 6 chapters are called one Shatkam. Karma Shatkam, Bhakti Shatkam, Jnana Shatkam. In last almost 200 days or so, we have seen first 6 chapters. First chapter was Arjuna Vishada Yoga. In that we saw how Arjuna became Vishada Yukta. He felt himself into a tragic situation. But he surrendered to the God. Therefore, even that Vishada became yoga because he was blessed by the Lord with Gita Jnanam, which not only inspired him to fight that immediate war and become victorious, but throughout life that knowledge saved him, and knowledge helped him to reach the ultimate also. Second chapter was Sankhya Yoga. How many great topics were there in that for the youth we discussed. Third was Karma Yoga. That also we have exhaustively enjoyed. Those who came to all classes, they are lucky. And life is life. ऑफलाइन सुन रहे हैं तो थोड़ा वो उसका मजा 15-20-30% घट जाता है. Many of you may be listening offline, but try maximum to listen when I am having this class every day unbroken at 10:30. Sorry, 11:45 or 12 afternoon, sometime 12, 10:30 to 12 I do my Upanishad class, then little 10 minutes I do some other work. तो करीब 12:30 पौने 1 के बीच में I am doing it. If some of you assure me to coming on time, then I'll fix the time up pakka 12:30 or 12:45. Because you take me for granted, so I do my some other japa upasana 5-10 minutes, then I come. Otherwise, take it as 12:30 बजे. So 12:30 every day we are doing listen live. Then in the fourth chapter, Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga, not one, not two, in those 42 shlokas, how many tips for our own unfoldment were given. If you really account them, there's so many. To every topic, we gave a very good title. We developed that shloka in that angle and we also gave you the spiritual meaning of them. It was a huge marathon of 6 months or 200 days of just to in between 2 days because I had to attend somebody who died and all. I had to miss those two classes. Otherwise, बिना रुके हम 200 दिन से लगातार लगा रहे क्लास. Fourth chapter, so many things we learned. Fifth was karma sannyasa yoga. In that also, how we have to manage our lives for freeing from indulgences and prepare for the wisdoms. All those things were given. And in fourth chapter, especially, that Shraddhava Lavate Jnanam, उसके बाद यदृच्छालाभ संतुष्ट द्वंद्वातीतो मत्सरः, एक नहीं कितने सारे बातें. तद्विधि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया ज्ञानप्लव ज्ञानखड्ग ज्ञाननौका ज्ञान अग्नि ज्ञान यज्ञ. How many things we studied? Your capacity now you can understand. Hundreds of things are taught and all of them you could forget. So great you are. So you can be given a good title, Mr. FR, forget Ratna, or FB, forget Bhushana, like Bharata Ratna, Padma Bhushana, forget Ratna, forget Bhushana. That's why I told you, by heart shlokas, whenever you chant shloka, the whole meaning follows. Like I was Shraddha, Lavade, Jnanam, Tatpara, Samyatendriya. The moment I chant the shloka, immediately I know the one who has got Shraddha, he only will get Jnanam, but along with Shraddha, you should have Tatparata and Samyatendriya. Only after Jnanam Luddhaiva, Param Shantim, Acharena Adigachati, the eternal peace will be obtained only after this Jnanam, not otherwise. Whether it is spiritual jnanam or even worldly activity jnanam. You have the exact jnanam of your interview, enjoyingly you do the interview. You will enjoy doing it also, and because you did it with knowledge, you will succeed, and success gives double joy. See, I remember shloka, I know the meaning, and I apply it. Is it not? Geetha, fifth chapter, Karma Sannyasa. Then the sixth chapter, more than 30-40 days we have spent, which is Atma Samyama Yoga and Dhyana Yoga. Every shloka was gem of it. Anashta karma phalam se lekar last one. Yoginam sarvesham madgadena antaratmana श्रद्धावन भजते यमाम समय युक्त तमोत. No, ये सब मैं कह रहा हूँ तो स्वामी जी मैंने कुछ भी पल्ला नहीं पढ़ना मेरे को समझ में नहीं आंदा. Then you prepare your minds, convince yourself to spend every day half an hour, 1 hour to listen, so that you get habituated to listen and then understand. नहीं तो दिन तो आपके लिए नहीं रुकेंगे. समय तो उतना ही 24 घंटे रहेंगे. If you involve in the world and all, they welcome you. If you refrain from them and do your sadhana, nobody will disturb you. Like today, if you have come to class, who stopped you? Nobody will stop when you want to grow by learning Gita and the wisdoms. So you have to choose. You tell everybody you are intelligent, no? Then why don't you prove by choosing the best? कहते हैं कि ना मेरे को अकलमंद मानो अकलमंद मानो. अरे यार कुछ अकल का काम करो तो मानेंगे. Like in that one of the movie you see, यार तुमको मार्क्स दे के पास करना हम चाहते हैं, कम से कम मार्क्स देने के लिए कुछ तो लिखो. वो बोलते हैं, यार क्या लिखूं, मुझको आता कुछ नहीं. ठीक, क्वेश्चन जो है वही लिख दो. You write the questions only, and then we give answer. Like we give the marks. In the same way, prove you are intelligent by taking out your time from many unnecessary things to this Gita. And we are Indians, we are Sanatana, we are supposed to know by heart all these hundreds and thousands of mantras and the knowledge in them, which protects us, guides us, empowers us, enriches us, puts us on right track of great glory. काहे को हम उसके दूर रह रहे हैं? No, don't tell my parents, never told. They don't know. You are unfortunate to have those parents. My school, college, they don't know. The country का प्रारब्ध है. That type of constitution is there, wherein spirituality is not promoted. Is it not? The real constitution is Shastras, which teach here and hereafter how to succeed. उसको कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बनाओ, उनका स्टैचू लगाओ 125 फीट. आज किसी एक स्टेट में उनका बड़ा स्टैचू लगाया. Don't blame anyone. We are here to give. You take it. Why go here and there? Why think here, this and that? Why worry in this way or that way? We are here in the classes, daily empowering you with the Gita wisdom. आप सुनते जाओ. will become a master of it. Okay. Now, after sixth chapter, now we are entering into seventh. Seventh chapter's name is Jnana Vijnana Yoga. It has got 30 shlokas. The name itself teaches you it is a yoga, a means of success. Yoga means means of success. It's a yoga means of success. In this chapter, we are taught Jnana, the explanation about the Lord, Vijnana, the techniques to realize that Lord. Okay? The definitions, explanations about the Lord. Then the techniques, sadhanas to be done to reach God. Why this topic has come? Because in the last chapter, what Bhagavan said, last sloka, yoginamapi sarvesham madgatena antaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yoma. Among all the yogis who have brought their mind to their control, some of them can get some siddhis and enjoy, indulge. Some of them can use those siddhis to serve the world. Controlled mind has lot of siddhis. Somebody can do it. Among all of those yogis who master their mind, those yogis who are using their master mind in discovering me and serving me or worshipping me, they are the greatest yogi. Because in discovering me and serving me, they reach me. Reaching me is reaching the ultimate goal of every evolutionary being. Every living conscious being is trying to evolve only to reach to the divinity, that acme of perfection, that the summit of evolution is in discovering oneness, the divine. So that yogi is the greatest, it was said. That is it not relevant, therefore, who is that Lord, how to reach him? Is it not relevant to know in continuation of the topic? Therefore, what is the Lord is explained here, that is Jnana Yoga. How to reach that Lord, the techniques are told Vijnana. Therefore, this chapter is called Jnana Vijnana Yoga. This is more of spiritual, less of few shlokas in between, which help you in your life's career, in your life's career's achievements, whatever the talents, abilities required. In last six chapters, more than sufficiently we discussed. Then I don't insist that same thing only throughout Gita should be interpreted as I can do it, but then many shlokas I have to skip and only few shlokas are related to do you I have to talk. Because Gita is not taught only to a worldly successful person. Gita is for worldly as well as spiritual. So here the topic is more seriously spiritual. And naturally, by practicing six chapters, the one who has mastered his outer successes, now he should focus in the success of the inner world of reaching divine. Everybody should slowly, after mastering and reaching the outer successes, you should aim at the inner, then only the fulfillment. That way also, the discussion regarding what is Lord and also how to reach Him becomes relevant. And why do you deny, even though you are a youngster, a mad youngster of convent learnings, with all your sophistications of languages and subjects? Why are you thinking that you are not fit for or you don't need the divine knowledge? ऐसा क्यों सोचते हो? This is a life making knowledge. It is only fulfilling desires knowledge, that one you are learning. तो ऐसा कभी सोचो मत कि जिंदगी मनुष्य का आध्यात्मिकता से अलग है. It's not bereft of it. Spirituality is a part of life. Rather, life is a part of spiritual evolution. Therefore, even though you are a student, you are working, you are earning money, you are a samsari with your wife or children, still this subject of Lord and His achievement, achieving Him, also can find place in our life. रहता है जिंदगी उसके बिना. Just by working, earning, buying and eating and mating and begetting children and dying. Every Pashu is living like that. If you want to continue, tathastu. नहीं नहीं नहीं, we want to know something other, something greater, something nobler, something beyond, something divine. Welcome. अब देखो योर एज इज 20-25, अब से शुरू किया आपने. By next 25 years, by the time you reach 50-55, through Gita and any other Upanishad, you have a clear idea about what exactly the world seen in front of me. Not exactly what I see it is. It is something other than to know it. Like for example, medicine. Entire medical sciences talk about the physiology of the body. Is it not? The anatomy of the body, then the systems which they are working in the body, then how to keep the body healthy and fit, what are the imbalances that happen in the body in terms of whatever the systems, how to separate them, how to correct them, the physical medical sciences teach, whether it is allopathy, homeopathy, ayurveda, ayurveda, naturopathy, Unani, kuch bhi kaho. But does any time the science answer these questions? Ki why this body is given to this embodied? Did any science discuss after all why the body is given at all? You know, ये हुआ तो ये डिसीज आया इतना वो कहा, बट ये हुआ क्यों कि ये डिसीज आया? कोई साइंस बताया है क्या? What for I am given this deha? What is the purpose of this body? Why this body is given to me? Is there any way to get a better body in future life? Or am I a body or embodied? There are two different things. Did science teach that? That I told you yesterday, other day, your grandfather, let us say, or great grandfather, or somebody died. No, till yesterday he was there, he was shouting at you, he was asking you, being pani, आप लेते गए. Or today he died. Now you give pani to him, will he take? Body is same. कल भी था, आज भी है. Yesterday he was talking, today not. Then who was the one who talked yesterday? Who was the one who is not talking today? Body is same. Did science teach you this anytime? There is somebody inside who is other than it, who was there till yesterday, not there today. They were so far whom we are talking to, not to the body, to the embodied. But did ever any science teach? That is why we need spirituality. Like that, anything you talk about. I give an idea. Therefore, spirituality alone, science, spirituality starts where science tires or gets exhausted or ends. Did the spirituality or the other sciences talk about so many other aspects of where from the whole world is manifested? What is that which is supporting substratum of the world? What is our relation in this world? What exactly the way we have to deal with this world so that the world is not liability to me, nor I am one to it. ये सारे फिजिकल नहीं, मेटाफिजिकल साइंसेस, स्पिरिचुअल साइंसेस कहते हैं. Equally they are more essential in today's world. Science is doing its speed work, materialism is growing, you can't even stop it. जाने दो, अब spirituality भी लाओ तो जिंदगी बैलेंस होता है. That is why you should have the Jnanam and Vijnanam of divine. That's why this chapter's name is Jnana Vijnana Yoga. Okay, that much is enough for you. First shloka is Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Yesterday we saw Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Geetha Sharanam Mama, Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavad Gita. अथ सप्तमोऽध्यायः ज्ञानविज्ञानयोगः. श्रीभगवानुवाच मय्यासक्तमनाः पार्थ योगं युञ्जन्मदाश्रयः असंशयं समग्रं मां यथा ज्ञास्यसि तच्छृणु. ज्ञानं तेऽहं सविज्ञानम् इदं वक्ष्याम्यशेषतः यज्ञात्वा नेह भूयोऽन्यत् ज्ञातव्यमवशिष्यते. मनुष्याणां सहस्रेषु कश्चिद् यतति सिद्धये यततामपि सिद्धानां कश्चिन्मां वेत्ति तत्त्वतः. Each shloka I need to tell you three times so that at least a little idea will come. First shloka, literal meaning today I'll tell, tomorrow also. Hey Partha, oh my dear Arjuna, please be prepared with these three things. And fourth one is, I will tell you something, listen that also. Okay, when you do this, you will get something which is so substantial. What are the three things Krishna expecting Arjuna? First, my asakta manaha. Let your mind be detached, devoted to me day by day. Second, yogam yunjan. Let your mind be controlled with yoga, which was taught in our sixth chapter exhaustively. Third, vadashrayaha, by taking my own support. When you prepare yourself with these three, maya saktamanaha, yogam yunjan, vadashrayaha, then I will give you jnanam. With that jnanam, asamshayam mam yathagnasyasi, you will know me without doubt, without any confusion. That knowledge I will give. And that also how I will give you? Jnanam teham sa vijnanam. Idam vakshyami. Idam itna paas mein लाकर तुमको the theoretical knowledge about me, my nature, I'll tell you. Practical tips to discover that me, I'll tell you. ज्ञानम ते अहम स विज्ञानम idam vakshyami asheshata. But why should I listen? What is the benefit of this? Because yat jnatva. If this knowledge which I give you, when you know it, jnatavyam na avashishyate. Na iha bhuyaha jnatavyam. There's nothing remains for you to be known. Because everything will become known to you after that. The whole pursuit of every intellectual human being is to know. And everything is knowing is not complete knowledge. Yet, therefore, he is still in ignorance. That's why to empty that ignorance or gain the complete knowledge is going on experimenting with various equipments in the world only. But this jnana which I give, by which you will know everything, what is to be known. And knowing, desiring, putting work and achieving. The relation between these four, many a times we have spoken to you. First, we know something, that's called jnanam. Then we desire for something, that's called ichha. Then we do karma, that's kriya. Then we get the thing. So when you see the shop में ज्ञानम हो गया, टीवी में ऐड देखा ज्ञानम, immediately I should buy इच्छा, then immediately online booking क्रिया, then when it comes to enjoy. In spiritual knowledge ऐसा नहीं है. ज्ञानम itself is fulfillment. You need not have any desire, no need to put effort, and you need not wait for that thing to come, and you need not indulge in it. This spiritual jnanam reveals your own infinite blissful self. Therefore, in the knowing of this, everything is known. In the obtaining of this, everything is obtained. And here, knowing only is obtaining. You need not do anything further. Like, what do you do when you have come out of your own burning in the dream? When you woke up, do you put your water on your head? Do you apply a burnal? क्या करते हो जब जल रहे थे सपने में जागृत हो गए? What do you do? Nothing to do. Just know that I am not the dreamer, I am a waker. Enough for coming out of all those burnings and pains. Is it not? So, too, in this knowledge, I am that self. Nothing more to be done. You are blissful. There is nothing to be gained. There is no misery. Everything is gained, no misery. That's what will be slowly given to you day by day when you are coming to class or regularly. So, for you, though you are youth, do your works and don't feel stressful or strained of gain this knowledge also and learn the art of relaxing through Bhagwan's name, etc. And sometimes be jovial in yourself. Never come under any stresses or strains for any reason. That's not an intelligent way. And that one of the things that can be done for it is avoid which tax you so much. So to live life in a lighter sense. And the best of all is be in the company or contact of anyone living Guru or Mahatma who can reduce your intellectual stresses and burdens by advising you, by guiding you, by suggesting you. इस तरह आप अपना 24 आवर्स का जीवन और पूरा जीवन को करियर बनाते हुए भी ऑब्लिगेशंस को ड्यूटीज को पूर्ण करते हुए भी थोड़ा गीता के द्वारा स्पिरिचुअल नॉलेज को बढ़ाते हुए भी जीना. And you have time energy for this, but the time energy goes in waste things on the name of entertainments and indulgences. Person who is a slave to entertainments and indulgences can never have time and energy for these saving knowledges. It is a pakka. I can't edit this for you. It's not a constitution which can be edited more than original. है कि नहीं? 200 रूल है तो 150 ऑलरेडी बदल दिया. आपके वास्ते ये एडिट नहीं होता ये वाला रूल. That you waste away, squander away your time and energy on the name of entertainment and some useless things. After which, for these most important life saving things, you don't have time or energy or liking. There's no remedy for it from our side. It is you who have to, like you did now. It was your choice to take out your time from whatever the schedule or indulging mind to the Gita class. Therefore, you are given this knowledge. It is your choice. Therefore, you are benefited throughout life. Else, क्या होगा? You are busy in your duties. You are busy in your professions. You are wasting so much time in energy, all the indulgences, and you want to do Gita also. अब इतना हौच पौच होके इतना थक जाओगे आप, then decide कौन सा आपको important. If you say that Gita is not important, like my Dada Dadu, when I become old with दांत टूट गए हो, बाल गिर गए हो, आँख नहीं दिखता, कान नहीं सुनता, that time मैं गीता सुनना चाहता हूँ, like other, then you are fooling yourselves. Good that we have one more cartoon to laugh at. That you are cheating yourself. I'm not telling it sentimentally, emotionally, to convince you to come to classes. No, it is the thing to be learnt even now only. जितना टाइम बढ़ता रहता है, who knows how busy you will be future में, where we will be, what position we are. अब तो भगवान दे रहे मौका, करो. And how to do? Cull out the time. Your 4 hours of cell phone watching, make it 1 hour. 3 hours बच गए. Your 5 hours of watching TV, take out 4 hours. हो गया. You are 12 hours sleeping like buffalo. Reduce it to 8. 4 hours बच गए. देखो कितना टाइम. You should learn that. धनाधन चकाचक मिनिमम जो काम करना है कर दी. Come to Gita, listen. That type of personality is sattvic. Who is restless, indulgent in this and that, all that, not giving value to important, is rajasic. And the third fellow, only sleeping like buffalo, is tamasic. See, सात्विक में विक है, you can light it. राजसिक में sickness है, तामसिक में भी sickness है. I'm just telling it is, they are Sanskrit words, but just a pun of words. That's it. So let's enjoy the 7th chapter. Congrats that a new text Bhaja Govindam also started for you. So it is God's grace. If you receive it, He is empowering you with these knowledges to protect you from yourself and the world and to achieve your own successes. Thank you. Shloka from Gita. Maya saktamanaha partha yogam yunjanmadashrayah असंशयं समग्रं मां यथा ज्ञास्यसि तच्छृणु. हे गीता का श्लोक. भज गोविंदम गोविंदम भज मूढ़मते संप्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहीं नहीं रक्षति डोक्रं करणे. Then what is the common sense thought? Don't reduce dependency on people, reduce the slavery to the things. That is a thought. Let us enjoy tomorrow's class tomorrow. Thank you. Welcome you all. God bless. Yeah, see you tomorrow.